Coming to you today from Pretzul's lair. Decided to do a little show off Sunday for everyone since I've got the Obey Skull finished. Just wanted to show everyone off my creations today that I've been working on. First and foremost, the Obey Skull. Finished it off late last night. I was very happy with how the Obey Skull turned out. My lighting is a little shitty up here, so this is the good side of the light over here, as you can see. The Obey Skull, there was a few influences in it. First and foremost, of course, the Season of the Zool, which come on the form of a patch. It was on the beanie also, along with the witch. Took that, and then also I took influence from the original skull mask that was in the original Season of the Witch. And then also I took influence from some of the older zombie movies from the late 70s and early 80s. And put them all in to combine to create the Obey Skull. This was a 2.0 that was Willoughby's. He so graciously let me do it up for him. He put the faith into me to take it and make it into the Obey Skull. So shout out to Willoughby on that. I was very happy. I get a lot of questions about how I do things. You know, what paints I use, what processes and things like that. And take it, I'm not trying to be short with y'all. But all this information can be found online, especially on YouTube. You go to YouTube and there's a lot of how-to videos. There's a lot of guys who put their full craft online for you to learn. So yeah, I mean, you can go online and find it all out pretty easy, how to do things. But it's definitely a craft that you have to learn. I do mine a little different than most people who's doing masks now. A lot of people do airbrushing, which I like the airbrushing a lot. Don't get me wrong, but I'm from an old school where I like to use just brushes, and I hand brush these. I think it's a lost art with masks to go in and use brushes and sponges and things like that. Not taking away anything from the airbrush mask. Like I said, the airbrush masks are very, very nice, but I just prefer to do mine with hand. It means a little bit more to me. I may one day, you know, airbrush a little bit. I'm sure that I could. But I just really like going in there with the brushes and taking my time and getting everything the way that I want it. And I'm sure as y'all know, like I've said before, this is part of the set, the Season of the Zool set. The pumpkin is yet to come. I haven't decided yet whether or not I want to do, since we've got an OG as the witch and then a 2.0 as the skull. If maybe I want to do a 1.0 or maybe a 1.1 as the pumpkin, or maybe just do another 2.0. I haven't really decided as of yet. But the pumpkin is coming. Like with this one over here, this was a practice mask that I've done, that I just kind of wanted to go in and kind of blend some oranges in and see how I wanted my orange to come out once I eventually do the pumpkin mask. There's a funny story behind this mask here, this devil mask. I looked it up online, and this was one that was sold through Spirit Halloween. It did have a larger neck on it here. I cut the neck out, and I cut the sides of it out too. You know, just to make it more fittable on the head if I ever wanted to wear it. But the funny story behind it is that this mask come from my local picker shop at Picker's Paradise. Shout out to Picker's Paradise always for hooking it up. There was a guy that come in, and he was like, I got a mask, man, that you would love. You know, take it, I've never met this guy before. So, yeah, he was like, I'm going to bring this mask in for you. So I thought he'd bring the mask in, you know, want to sell it for 10 or 20 bucks to me. So he brings the mask in. He was like, here, take it. It's yours. And come to find out, dude was like really into like the Illuminati. He thinks the Illuminati was coming for him and things like that. So he was really scared to have anything, I guess, what you would want to call demonic or satanic, and he kind of considered this to be. So he gave me the mask. So I brought it home, and As you can see, originally it was all red and it's got the shorter horns on it. These are just pull-off horns here. That's what the horns originally look like. I decided to put these cheap little horns on here to kind of give it more of a, I guess, a Hellboy look, if you want to call it. But yeah, this was a practice mask that I worked on, you know, going and doing detail, like I said, mixing paints, seeing what oranges I could come up with on it. And I was kind of happy with how it turned out. Still needs some work done to it. You know, some more shading done and things like that. I'll work on it. Got to do the teeth. Got to put some varnish on the teeth to give it that old yellow look to it. And same thing with this one. This was like a practice mask too that I've been working on, just to go in with shading, see how I can really do the shading up on it. And I was pretty happy with how it turned out. But again, this was just a practice mask. This is one that I'll probably never wear. I'll just hang it up and let it be a display mask. Did a lot of shading on this one. As you can see, it's not finished under here underneath the chin, so I was just really practicing on it. The witch mask is not complete yet either. I still have a few modifications to do to it. Those modifications are yet to come. Once I get those modifications done, I'll be back here to show y'all what I've done to it. But yeah, this is Show Off Sunday here with Pretzool. Hope y'all like my creations. None of the masks are for sale. And as always, praise Zool.